Welcome to the 2023 ACHA Division I Women's National Tournament. This matchup features the #1 ranked Liberty Flames and the #10 Miami Redhawks. We're here located at the New England Sports Complex in Marlborough, Massachusetts, just about 1 hour away from Boston. We'll send it down to the ice right now for the starting lineups and national anthem and be right back with you. Welcome back. You here to the action. My name's Andrew Gus, joined alongside Sam Wexler. Well, Sam, we're on rink 2 out of 8 full sheets here at the New England Sports Complex. There's 2 mini rinks as well, and this whole facility is just pretty sweet, hasn't it?
It's an absolutely fantastic complex, a whole lot different from what we're used to back home. And we're also not used to seeing this many games right in a row on the same sheet of ice without it completely failing. The 4th quarter final game back-to-back-to-back starting early this morning.
You're absolutely right about that, Wex. Games all day long, and this ice is taking a beating, and it's gotten worked out pretty well. This is the final game of the day. To meet the starting goaltenders, down to the left and dressed in white for the Liberty Flames will be number 29, Amanda Story. With 12 games played, she's 11-1 in the year. With a 1.34 goals against average and a 94 save percentage. Down to the right will be Maya Gonzalez for the Red Hawks. She's played 24 games. She's got 15 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties with a 2.4 goals against average and a 0.933 save percentage. As we get underway here, Liberty will be dressed in white with a red and blue trim, and Miami Red Hawks will be dressed in red with a white trim, the same color we saw them wear yesterday. And Liberty, the number 1 seed, had a first-round bye, so this is their first game here in Boston. This play starts down below towards our right. Liberty will start the cycle. Pressing hard will be Battles. She'll chase down below. So now it'll be Zeifel as this puck shifts up the wall. A missed pass by Stretch gets put back in the corner. As this puck shifts back towards the blue line, it's held in on the backhand of Oaks' stick, and we'll have the first stoppage play here. Oh, we had a lot of stoppages to play in the last game, didn't we?
Yeah, when all was said and done, 29 penalties were called, and there were even 2 game misconducts issued after the final buzzer. It was just an enormous amount of penalties that at some point you really wonder, is it discipline or is it the referees trying to make sure things don't get out of hand? Because we did see some very big hits from both teams and bodies colliding, which you don't always see in a women's game.
No, you're right about that.
Trying to police it and make sure it's safe for all the players involved, I'm sure.
And the referees, if you have not known yet, have been calling everything very strictly by the book, and they've done a great job so far this weekend, especially in the first period. There's been more penalties, but they're letting all the players and coaches know that they're keeping the game in line and under control, and they've only let them play from there.
I think it's fair to say they're setting the tone in the first 20 minutes in all of these quarterfinals games.
And you're absolutely right about that. This will be Liberty having the puck stolen away. Now Miami working the other way. Laconis fires one that just rims off the end boards, hitting the yellow paint down below. This will be chased up the near side half wall down to our left as this puck frees back towards the Miami Red Hawks end zone. This puck will be scooped up by Feely as she gives it up the wall. Connects to Smith, who tried putting it deep. That's stolen away as now the Flames work the other way.
Loose lumber on the ice. It looks like someone's without their stick.
You're absolutely right. There's one down. This puck goes off the official in her hand. Taking a Liberty bounce back towards the far right corner. This puck wakes its way back to the point. This one's shot just wide. A loose rebound. And nearly covered up as Gonzalez almost made a big save. It just went past her, saving her from some extra effort. Puck carrier was Oaks for quite a while until she finally gave it up. Smith loses the puck. Chasing after it will be Spainer. This one's deflected off a Liberty forward leg, and she now bangs on the boards. It was Jezerzik. Still trying to find this loose puck as we just passed the 3-minute mark here in our first period of play between the Red Hawks and the Flames. This one's shot on net, blockered away by Gonzalez. She just punches out her blocker, makes the save with the waffle board. A foot raised and now sent back off to the point. D to D as Liberty works. Holding the puck at the moment's Glynn. Looking for options as the rest of her team's going for a line change. A backhanded flying saucer pass makes its way all the way down to the red paint, 200 feet. We'll have a Miami Red Hawk icing, and they're going to have to go back in their own zone. You can tell that line is pretty tired. They've been out there for quite a while, Lex.
The Liberty Flames are one of the most impressive hockey groups in the entire country. Not only their women's team, but all of their men's teams. Every single program at Liberty has made the national tournament, all the men and all the women. And it's really an all-around victory, and impressive to see every one of your teams making it this far at the end of the year. and knowing that you're going to compete for a national championship regardless of whether you make the Division I men's team or the women's team.
No, you're absolutely right, Wex. And this is just one of the 3 Liberty teams here this weekend for the national tournament. Again, just showing how successful they are as a program. This will be Schwarzer now, trying to dangle near the blue line. It's stolen away from her and picked back up. Some back and forth action. This puck floats free towards the neutral zone. It's shot in by the forehand of Cogswell as it rims all the way around. Stepping out of her net to play it is Story. The Liberty defense are going to try their breakout here. Behind the net's Pebbles. She'll give it up. Glover moves across the blue paint. Top of the circle now to the bottom. A centering pass still loose up in front. And it's saved away by the trapper is Gonzalez with 15-20 in the first period.
Well, Liberty Flames have to be the odds-on favorite at this tournament. The 1 seed and coming off numerous national championships in 2015, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022. So looking for the three-peat since coming out of COVID.
Puck starts again in Liberty's offensive zone. It's a backhand chip by Labar. It just gets held up there, up by the defenders. This one shot on net deflected, goes just wide. Still loose, digging for it. Gonzalez moves post to post. Liberty defenseman. This one fired the direction of the net. It goes a little off target.
Gonzalez was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, trying to decide whether she should come out for the puck or stay put in her crease. And another close chance on the far doorstep where she was caught in no man's land a little bit.
We'll have another quick stoppage in play here. Well, Wex, we saw when we called the game yesterday between the Miami Redhawks and the Arizona State Sun Devils. We saw this Miami team has a pretty nice roster up and down. We don't know too much about Liberty, but from what we saw Miami yesterday, a pretty strong team. 2 of their players in particular, Stephanie Smith and Laura Cogswell, were both members of their league, the CCWHA, second team all tournament. So they had a pretty good regular season in all their league games. And sure enough, it helped power them all the way here. It was a successful season to nationals here in the quarterfinals. The winner of this game will go on tomorrow to play in the semis. Their team will go home, ending their season. Liberty will be the first one on the scene, back in their own zone. Stretch sends a backhander back and forth to her D partner, Oaks. Puck still loose on the doorstep. Quite a few white jerseys right there to attack the scene and find the loose puck. No ice in the call. Miami will start to work the other way. This one just dribbles off Benson's stick. We saw Benson yesterday, Wex, a player that you see a lot on the power plays, and she takes a lot of big shots from the point. Puck loose on the feet.
Yeah, she was really effective in keeping momentum, and we saw Miami really helping out their netminder Gonzalez by keeping the morale high and cheering her on when she made a save.
Backhanded pass will rim around as the Red Hawks work point to point in their own end, just behind the net. It escapes the zone, free from danger. Quickly thereafter, Liberty throws it right back in the zone. Here comes Heining. She'll send one towards the direction of Story's net and just blockers it away towards the side with her stick. Liberty now moves out of their own zone towards the Miami Red Hawk end, and this one's just dumped in deep by Glover. Miami tries to start their breakout. Some fun between both teams. As now Oak scoops it up in her own end. She'll take a quick break behind the net and start the breakout. Miami steals it away. Oak's in the backhand. Bangs one up his own. Benjamin gives a pass that goes across and corrects with tailbeat. Shot back in deep. Miami will go for a few players on a line change. Oak behind her own net on the forehand, makes a pass up the far side half wall. Their breakout successful here. Puck carried by Fussy. Show someone right towards the net. Gonzalez lost it for a moment. A backdoor rebound was sitting wide open. A golden opportunity, and no one capitalized. As Liberty tags up the puck in their own end. They'll start the other way. This one hits the glass up high. Puck bangs on the windows. It's back on the ice now. It's slowed down by Jedrick Stick. Now goes that far evil Zamboni corner.
Yeah, for those of you that have not been watching the quarterfinals today, starting this morning and all the way up to now, that corner on the far side where the Zamboni enters and exits has been a thorn in the side of everyone trying to rim the puck around and roulette wheel it, because odd deflections there on more than one occasion have redirected right in front of the crease and sent the puck sliding through the paint unaccompanied by anybody, just out of nowhere.
You're right about that. Miami will be well prepared with that, as I believe they capitalized on a goal yesterday. I think it was them on their side, the Miami side of the bench, rather. The puck went rimming around, and the goaltender had no idea where it was. She was expecting to be in the other corner, but it was right in front of the net because of a weird bounce off the yellow. Here comes Miami now. This will be Labar, the puck carrier. It's stopped down below. And chasing the other way is Adamek. She'll get stopped right at the top of the circle by a few Red Hawk defensemen. This one shot a weird angle, saved away by Gonzalez. Another one. And saved up as the net comes off its pegs. Bring another whistle here. Well, it's not the first time these two teams have faced off this season, as the first time Liberty 11-1 Miami, they topped them, but the day after Liberty only won 1-0. So the most recent game was a much tighter one, but 11-1 is quite a game. Yeah,
that's pouring it on.
Well, Miami must have made some great adjustments that second game to change from being down 10 goals to just one.
Either that or perhaps Liberty changed their lines.
Yeah, that's totally true as well. We'll see Liberty control the puck in their offensive zone. This one fired off a Red Hawk shin guard. Liberty so far just absolutely dominating puck in the offensive zone nearly the whole time. Another one fired. This one goes high, hitting the window once again. Puck controlled in the far side corner. They'll move back up to the point. Another one fired. This one just high. A few inches over target. The Red Hawks gain possession. Cogswell help move it out of the zone. It'll go all the way down, and another icing. The Red Hawks going to be trapped again in their own end. At 10:03 left in the first period. This puck will go in the far corner, just off to the right of Gonzalez's cage. One back by the Red Hawks. Duffy sends this one on her forehand, rimming around, stopped down. And you see the weird bounce there off the corner. And, well, let's tell you, if it comes to a little more pace, that puck shoots right out to the slot, a golden space.
It's like playing chutes and ladders, and it sends it right in front of the net.
We'll take a quick break here for a media timeout on Hockey TV by Flow Sports. join you back as the Red Hawks take possession quickly off the faceoff. They'll move end over end. As quickly picking up the puck in her own zone is Glynn. She'll leave a drop-off pass. As this puck's carried out of the zone by Bradford. Stolen away. Here comes Hayward the other way. The Red Hawks shoot this one towards the direction of the net. However, it's stopped. Put back down on the ice by Glynn. As the puck saucers through the air, it's put back down to ice level by Benjamin. Stolen away for her by the captain of Liberty. Shot on net just a little wide.
Really creative save by Gonzalez just to move her elbow up and block that top corner.
Althea Bradford's team has done a great job as she just had a shot right there, but they've been really peppering Gonzalez all night long, and we're going to see our first penalty of the game, interference. 2-minute minor. It's going to go against Liberty. And it looks to be Adamek. She'll sit down for 2 minutes, and the Red Hawks are going to find themselves on the first power play of our evening. For last game, 29. Hopefully we don't see that many again. But
Goose, I almost made a comment that we've already spent more time even strength in the first period than we did in the entirety of that last game.
Yeah, I think so. There was a penalty. A lot of penalties. That's all we'll say for that, but a lot of penalties. Might be having nightmares about penalties tonight, but we'll see about that. As Liberty will control puck for the moment. Picked up on the far side by Schwarzer. Should get off the near side D. A one-time slap shot by Benson. We could have called that earlier. Back to the points, Cogswell. Benson again. Another big one-timer. This one hit down by the leg shin guards of some Liberty defensewomen. And they'll clear the puck all the way down. This puck, a stretch pass. A 1-1 foot race will be given to Liberty for icing. And a minute 17 still to go. So John Mellencamp, Wax, as Indiana guys. Appreciate that. This puck won back by Miami. Quickly, Liberty tries to steal it away. And they do just that. As Fussy holds on to it. A smart maneuver. They'll send it back their own way. Just kill off some more clock. This one hits the referee. It does not help them too much. However, still in possession with it. The Flames fire this one all the way down 200 feet. They'll kill off some more time down to just 45 seconds. The Red Hawks might have one or two more pushes. And they really have not been able to set up the offensive zone whatsoever. We'll crisscross here for a moment. As Talby gets held up in the neutral zone. They finally break into the zone. Here's Labar. On the forehand, she'll get pressed against the glass. 2 red sweaters and 2 white. Both teams add an extra. This one shot on net. A nice pad save there. Story reaches all the way across her body and covers up. 7:09 here to go in the first frame, and just 7 seconds left on that penalty. Officials didn't like what they saw. We'll reset here. As Lex likes to say, the horse is back in the chute.
Well, I'm from Louisville. I got to mix in a few horse racing terms here and there.
Absolutely. Miami wins the face-off. Liberty takes possession and dumped back in deep. Puck scooped up on the forehand by Stretch. She'll give it up to the far side half wall and a backhanded pass. Looking for Truder and just missed her stick. Now Miami, this one shot on net. That came off of Laconis' stick. We saw her yesterday, 26 in red. A number to look out for as she seemed to always be around the puck and was right on it. She gave a shot right there. And Wex, again, very early in the first period, We've seen all of these games so far this weekend that we've broadcasted. The first period has been pretty slow, except for that Indiana Tech game. That was wild. It was their 6th time meeting this season. Indiana Tech and Adrian. And they were very physical right from the get-go, but most of the games take a whole period to settle in, and then the game shapes out from there. So far, this has gone according to plan. As this now frees up to the point. A big one-timer wicket shot from the point. And you see 2 referees' arms flying up. We're going to see a penalty here, cross-checking the call. And it's going to go against the Redhawks.
Haley Battles went down hard in front of the net, and a lot of net front pushing and shoving, maneuvering and trying to get in position for a rebound or just trying to screen the goalie. I think we'll see much more of that where that came from.
And this will be Liberty's first time on the power play. We'll see what their power play looks like. Looks to be their number 1 unit out there. This one fired on net. Batted back down to the ice as Adamek took that shot from the top of the circle.
There was essentially a wall in front of Gonzalez preventing the shot from getting through.
The work on the near side blind corner. Glover gives it off. Point to point they work. This one shot on net. Back down to the ice. Big save by Gonzalez. They're going to reset as Liberty works across the goal line. Still loose. Back down the ice. One-timer and covered right up. Big save by Gonzalez as she puts her trapper over it. They'll make the stop with 5:53 left to go in the first frame and 1:28 left on the Miami Red Hawk penalty. It's going to be Abby Benjamin, 2 minutes for checking. Cross-checking. They'll win this back as they tie up. Liberty, point to point. Glover puts a shot on net going to the far side post. Just a few inches wide. Scooped up, driving towards the net. This one another shot coming from Fussy. Schwarzer holds on to it for a moment. Stolen from her. Simone, rather. Still working point to point. Fussy gives it off. Fussy and Glover.
Some serious net battling going down low. That is Truder trying to make some space for herself.
Trying to find the open target. It looks like the net might have come off the pegs. And they're going to take this one outside of the zone. Must have been a Liberty player who knocked it off. 5-10. And they're still examining the pegs down there. We've seen all weekend long, too. That's been another crazy thing we've seen.
A recurring theme, I think it's fair to say.
And the pegs just keep coming off, but we'll see Liberty fire this one. The direction of the net, saved away by the shin guards of a defender. Is now pressing in the far side corner, just down to 30 seconds on the power play. This one goes to the far side. Glover looking for options. Back and forth they go. This one just wide of that right post.
I think Gonzalez got a piece of that, Goose. I think she kicked it just wide.
Another one. Left pad makes the save. Gonzalez has seen the rubber very well tonight. She's seen a ton of shots so far. Liberty still with the puck. Flynn fires this one right to the target of the Miami logo in the middle of Gonzalez's chest. Just as time expires in the power play, still 0-0, 4:24 in the first.
Really impressive to see the Redhawks kill that one off with no problem. And they've been bailed out once or twice by Gonzalez, really standing on her head early in this game.
We saw her yesterday, a very prominent presence in the blue paint for the Redhawks. This puck now goes off of a shin guard. I mentioned this yesterday. Gonzalez is the only rostered goaltender on the Miami sheet, but there is a backup goaltender out there. We don't know who is on the bench. But she makes a big save again and flashes the leather. She saw that one the whole way. And Wax Liberty still has the ice tilted in their favor, as it feels like we've seen all the action down to the right side of the ice so far. As Miami scoops this one up. Wax, if you look down at the ice on the left, you can still see the shininess from the water, which means there really has not been much skating down there in Liberty's end zone.
That's an astute observation, Goose. I would not have picked up on that right away.
Yeah, seriously, the Liberty offensive zone just has a ton more ice marks, but
although to be fair, you are at an angle where you can see around the wall that's to my shoulder, left shoulder.
You're right about that. A big save there from Amanda Story's left pad, just pushes this puck to the corner. A few Red Hawks are going to change and start the attack now. Left to right, here comes Battles. The left-hander carries it up. She'll dump it in. Coast to coast she goes, a centering pass loose up in front. Another shot fired in. I think that was off a pebble stick. And right to the glove once again. Maya Gonzalez stands tall. Still 3:14 to go here in the first frame. Red Hawks and Flames knotted at 0. Flames take possession behind the Red Hawk net, quickly stolen away. And moving up ice goes Cogswell. Cogswell torn down to the ice. It's like no call. Her face mask is completely undone, and she'll work her way back to the bench. The Red Hawks able to clear out of their own end. This will be Schwarzer. Schwarzer fires one towards the angle of the net. Hit the stick and rolled up. Nowhere near the net, but just deflected away. Far corner. Pebbles tries to work and start the breakout. This one rims all the way around. Awaiting is the captain, Bradford. The Red Hawks forechecks working out pretty well right now. Liberty's starting to get stuck in their own end. That's why you keep F3 high right there, Wax. Close call there. However, this one's stolen away by Liberty, and now their breakout successful. I'll dump it in and go for a line change. Miami's going to have something to think about what they'll do. It's a pass off a skate. Leads to the puck. So loose in the back door. Nobody there.
Gonzalez had someone holding her right leg pad, and she just could not get over the near side post.
See the official in the background once again fixed the net as it came off. They didn't blow it dead that time. This will be Benjamin. Two players tore down to the ice together, and a hand pass will be called by the Red Hawks. And Wax, still after that last game that we called, I'm surprised there's only been one penalty called. I'm just so ready and expecting. When every time you hear a whistle, you think someone's going to the box, but not the case this time.
No, I'm right there with you. I was anticipating the penalty box getting active.
Liberty wins this back to point. Holding the puck's Battles. She'll go down to the ice. And just as I said, I haven't seen a penalty in a while. Right there. Happens every time to us, Vice, doesn't it?
Oh, we've gotten good at the broadcaster's jinx over the course of the past year, Goose. It's not a secret to anybody who listens to our home broadcasts.
Yeah, we're too good. And this is going to be 2 minutes for tripping against Hayward. The Red Hawks are going to be down a woman for the remainder of the period unless Liberty scores otherwise.
You know, Goose, carrying a penalty into the next frame can be a huge momentum boost, and just changing your entire mindset about how you're going to go out and start that next period, because you know that you're going to be on the attack and you can really jump out in front.
You're absolutely right about that. And something about starting off a face-off with the center circle always means something else. Puck still loose. This one shot hits the end glass just over the cage a few feet. Bradford's going to hold on to the puck for a moment, but give it off to Glover. This one fired again towards the backside post. They're really trying to get Gonzalez working from post to post and move around. This one once more fired on net. It hits a few bodies back down to the ice. It settles. Fussy holds onto on the forehand. She'll get harassed for a moment. Helping her out, Adamek. Backdoor, once again they go. As Gonzalez slides from post to post. That just got completely knocked off the pegs again.
Didn't look like that puck had eyes for the net, but it definitely was headed just over the crossbar as the moorings came undone. Maybe they need to super glue those down to the ice, Goose.
And you see the captain of the Flames, Bradford, asking the officials about, I'm sure, the pegs coming off so many times. And I bet they're going to probably try to blame Maya Gonzalez. We know for a fact, even if she might have pressed it, you could probably drop a little penny on it and it would move. Something small, something light. This puck's now worked back. Glynn holds onto it. Carry towards, and that few players down on the ice made it a weird angle there for Gonzalez. It got deflected high and out of play.
It looked like it went off the crossbar, and Gonzalez is really lucky that that shot wasn't to a corner. Not a whole lot of time to react, and at this point, it's been minutes since Liberty left the zone.
And 24.9 still to go in the period. 57 seconds on the penalty. As Liberty gains possession of the puck. They're going to have to start moving here if they're going to get something going before the end of the period. Glenn receives one at the top. She'll fire one. This one gloved away. Gonzalez saw it the whole way. 9.9 to go. Both teams are going to send some fresh legs out for 10 seconds. This puck dropped. Won by Liberty. Hold on to it for a moment, getting pressed up. Driving towards the net. A centering pass. This one goes off the defender's leg. As the buzzer rings, that calls our first 20 minutes. Some pushing and shoving after the whistle. No penalties will be called. But with the first 20 minutes in the books, 0-0 the score between the Flames and Redhawks. And they've been neck and neck so far. We'll take a quick break here on Hockey TV by Flow Sports, and we'll be back for period 2 once the Zambonis done recleaning the ice. Joining you back here live for period number 2. Liberty will win this quickly off the draw. And remember, 27 seconds still to go on the Miami Redhawk derby from the last period. They'll dump the one in deep. Story out to play it. Liberty works the other way. And they'll start their power play. Just 10 seconds still to go. Top of the circle, driving towards the net. This one's put back down to the ice. The player trips down, losing an edge. Liberty back in their own end, will scoot up. This puck rims off the wall. From Liberty D to Miami D. This one flutters all the way across the ice. No ice in the call. As they'll now start the other way. Here comes Battles. She'll try to look for the back door. Streaking there with Jedrick. Just not enough time. A little collision there behind the net. Put Hayward down to a fall. Shots in the first period were 15 for Liberty and 4 for Miami. So Miami really, as we said, did not have many offensive opportunities at all. They had the one power play where they got a few shots, but that was about it. Liberty behind their own net's going to start the breakout in just a moment. Glenn makes a pass up the wing. It's intercepted away. Schuler for the Redhawks had that strip from her. As Liberty now. This puck tipped away. No icing will be the call. A one-on-one foot race down in the corner. 12 on 12. Liberty 12 Battles. She'll hold on to it. She'll get pressed up on the wing. That's Benjamin. This puck will be pressed up pretty hard. They put back in the zone. Saucer pass will connect right in front of us. Stretch takes a one-timer. That'll rim all the way around the end boards back there. The first one in the scene. Benjamin once again. Should get pressed up by a few forecheckers. There's 2 red jerseys and 2 white jerseys in that corner. Both sides digging for it. It frees up loose. Glover put a shot on net. That one very close to going in, West, but looks like it just bounced over the net. The Red Hawk down on both her knees and shin guards. As they'll scoop it back up. This time will be Hayward. Hayward puts on the brakes. And just completely stops. I don't know why. It looks she gave up on the puck there. Centering pass this time. The wrong team. Schuler had it taken away. And once again, Liberty just putting the pressure on. The Redhawks can't escape their own zone.
Yeah, this is becoming a problem. You got to feel for Gonzalez at some point because she stood on her head in the first frame and really has to have her wits about her for an extended period of time here and always hyper aware.
The whole 5 Red Hawks players out there just look exactly what we think they are. They're fast. They just have nothing. They're all reaching, trying to put their sticks on the puck and just get it past the blue paint so they can change.
A lot of lunges trying to knock the puck free.
This puck batted back down the ice by Hayward. Scooped up now. Carl, she'll work with it. This puck rims off the end boards. Held into the zone. This one fired, blockered away. Still puck loose on the ground, rebound. Who's going to grab it? It's going to be Miami. Quickly, Liberty steals it away. A shot from the point from the captain, Bradford, and saved away. Miami gets saved once again by Maya Gonzalez, bailing them out.
Yeah, she's been incredible, and she's really been a calming factor back there. You know, with the puck in there this much, you could get worried as a D-man or as a forward and get anxious and frustrated about the situation, but knowing that your goalie is going to lock it down on the backside gives you a little bit more confidence.
And Gonzalez has been peppered so far. In the first period, we said 15, and so far it seems like they're on track for 15 or maybe even more if they keep up this pace. And Liberty, that is. We stop behind the net, holding on to his Jedrick. A one-time shot from the back door. This one deflects just high over the net. Gonzalez never saw it. Working in the far corner with it is Battles. She'll get up to the point. This one deflected again. Back door, nobody there. And coming up in clutch will be Smith as she'll carry it down out of the zone. And icing the call. Miami just cannot catch a break.
And that Red Hawks bench, the coaching staff are livid. And in part because they know how tired the girls on the ice are.
15:42 still here to go in the second frame. The official has everyone set. She'll toss on the puck, and Miami wins it. Loose in front, digging for it was Bradford, and poked out of the zone was Heining. She'll chase. The Redhawks are all finally able to get a line change. And a fresh 5 comes out. Now moving with it, Carl. She'll fire this one right to the Miami logo in the heart of the chest of Maya Gonzalez. She'll trap it with the shoulder pad. X. Still 0-0 the score up on the board, but this game's just been all Liberty. And they're just completely dominating right now.
Yeah, we've gone throughout the day from games where there's barely any possession and it's just a couple rushes every which way to being hemmed in.
This one through the shin guards. We'll have a breakaway here. Talby, she puts one on net, crashes in the boards hard. Slow to get up. As now Liberty breaks out. Trotter, she'll shoot this one off the defender's leg. And in some pain, Cogswell. Looks like that caught her pretty good in the leg, but she took the hit to make the play.
Yeah, Cogswell limping around, not moving at all. She is staying put in the crease.
Simone made a pass up the wing. Stolen away by the defense.
You can tell with her facial
expression. 4-on-1. Pass back door. A little bit too long. Golden opportunity there, just blown away by Liberty. Maya Gonzalez still trying to get back to her feet. And she was starfish on her back. In the blue paint. Centering pass. Batted away by the defense of the Redhawks. Chased in the corner. Battles. A centering pass. This one just a backhanded pass. She was trying to go back door, but
Cogswell still on the ice. You can tell it with her facial expression. She is gritting through the pain right now after taking a puck down low.
This one goes at the Spanier. Maya Gonzalez is absolutely gassed. She's tired, not even in position. She just put her hand up, made the save. Wow.
Feels like the Redhawks have just been delaying the inevitable on that possession. Finally, they get to move over to the bench and get fresh legs on, and Cogswell, one of them that hops off to get a breather.
Bradford, a centering pass. This goes up to Fussy. Took him in the lane and shoots. Stop! Score! And Maya Gonzalez, she might be in some pain. And after the last rush, she was just waiting and waiting. If the referee was trying to help fix the pegs, it looked like she was tired, out of breath, and she's still down on one knee. Not a good sign if you're the Redhawks.
Well, Goose, we said they were delaying the inevitable, and the inevitable finally arrived.
That goal came from one of the twin sisters in this team, Marielle Fussy from Ham Lake, Minnesota. She cut across the top of the circle and went top left.
And somehow Gonzalez is back up onto her edges and will continue in this game.
And you can only imagine how tired she is after what she's faced so far early on in this game. They've really been putting the pressure on her. Liberty, that is. Liberty finally breaks the deadlock even. All 0. It's 1-0 now. Liberty in control. They'll work down below. Liberty breaks out clean. Feely. Pass it towards the center. She'll connect. There's Laconis. Laconis in the forehand. She'll wrap it all the way around. Out of her net to play it. His Story. And she'll leave a drop pass. Two Redhawks put pressure on behind the net. Chasing hard. They still battle down below. Liberty comes out on top with the puck. Gonna come again. Fussy going towards the middle. She gets tripped up, the arms up. We got a delayed penalty. Miami's gonna go down to the penalty box. This time, Britton Fussy. She's got a letter, the A, on her shoulder. And with her drawing that penalty, Her team's going to go up a woman for 2 minutes. And you can still see over there, Wex, Maya Gonzalez still on her 2 knees. Just looks absolutely exhausted.
Goose, I'm trying to see, does she have a water bottle on top of the cage?
She does, yes.
I wonder if it's run out of water now.
Yeah, possibly. 12:15 to play here in the second period. Liberty's going to be up a woman for 2 more minutes, and we'll see if they can do anything. They just recently scored. Momentum's definitely in their direction. And they'll set up the umbrella. Back to back. At the top of the circle. Stopped away. Stick lift there, and Lynn, great job there preventing a breakaway. Regaining possession of that puck. Glenn receives this from the top. She'll shoot this one a low spinning puck. Looks like it's still loose down below, Wex.
Looked like someone sat on Maya Gonzalez's leg, on her right leg as it was stretched out in the splits. And just even more blows to endure for Gonzalez right now. And she has to be gritting her teeth too.
There's some good sportsmanship there from Fussy as she handed Gonzalez back her stick after she was sprawled out again on the ice. And we'll reset here. Still a minute 25 to go. Gabrielle Duffy went to the box. 2 minutes of tripping. The referee tosses the puck back down. Fussy takes it. She'll pass it across. Block it away. Nice save there by Gonzalez. Fussy again putting it towards the cage. And cleared out of the zone by the backhand of Cogswell. It'll make its way down the river. Liberty's going to stop back in their own zone. Glover behind Story's net. She's going to pause for a moment. She'll make a pass. Connects up here towards Adamek. Trying to set up the power play once more. A few bodies down below. And cleared out of the zone by the Miami Redhawk captain Oliver. Story out of her net to play it again. She'll leave it off for Glover. Down to just 30 seconds on the power play. As the swing and speed Spanier was just not enough. Held up for a second. Red Hawks regain possession and able to clear out of the zone. Smith's going to chase all the way down. First one there was Glenn. And the left-handed defenseman is going to make a pass up. It just rolls off the stick of her teammate. And we passed the 10-minute and 15-second mark of the second frame. It's deflected back down below. Glenn on the forehand. She'll wrap it up. Put back down to the ice. Both teams battle for it. She'll get pressed up against the glass by LeBar. Some reinforcements from Carl as she'll come out with the puck. Carl in possession. Leads a pass. Trying to find battles. A little bit too much mustard there. We return back to 5-on-5 even strength. Glenn sends it all the way around. The Red Hawks still in possession of the puck in their offensive zone as Hayward goes and chases in the corner. Hayward sends one towards the front of the cage and blocked away. Story just put her trapper on it and made the stop. We'll have a immediate timeout here with 9:28 to go in the second period. And we'll be right back here for the 2023 Women's National Championship in the quarterfinals. As we bring it back, this face-off's going to happen to the left of Story. This puck immediately off the draw comes right to her. She'll stick away. Red Hawk down the ice, so we'll retreat back to her feet. As this puck's pressed out down in front of us, bodies collide. Oaks got crunched up pretty good right down below us. Now Liberty carries this puck out of the zone. Fussy now pushed away from the puck. Pass goes just right in front of the Liberty bench. The geometry of that puts it right next to the cage. It's going to be slowed down for a moment by Battles. Chasing down in that far corner is Jedrick. Duffy rims this one around. Glenn stops it. She'll receive a pass. She'll fire this one. That one took a weird bounce. I believe it was off the top of Gonzalez's stick and went to the far corner. And she'll count that one as a save. This puck passed down by Talby, and icing is the call. She was about 3 feet behind the red line, but we talked about this yesterday. I mean, Wes, remember, Miami had so many opportunities to carry the zone, and they just dump it too early, like 5 or 6 strides, and they'll be just fine. But yesterday, when they were getting pressed in their own end, they had a lot of trouble icing as well.
Yeah, same thing with Maryville. They just kept shipping it across and either failed to chase it or didn't win it back when they did have the chance, and it really put them on their heels.
And in their game this afternoon, it came down to the wire in the last 10 minutes, and they finally started carrying the puck in the zone and getting shots from the outside, but a little too late. We'll see if the Red Hawks can adjust here. This will be Schwarzer. She'll bang it off the boards. It's put right back down by the defenders here. Fussy hits the ice hard, and we're going to have a penalty here with 7:46 in the second frame. This is going to go against Talby. She'll sit down for 2 minutes. I'm imagining a checking of some sort. Let's see the extent. Boarding's going to be the call. Liberty's going to have, yet again, another power play. This will be the 4th penalty going against the Miami Redhawks. And really, this is just not what they need right now, especially when Liberty starting to take the upper hand in this contest. Fussy receives this off the draw. This one fired from the point. Still loose in front and cleared out by the backhand of Schuler.
A great slice on the backhand to get that puck free and relieve the pressure for even just a little bit on Gonzalez.
She went the highway. This will be Glover. She'll carry it all the way around. Glover fires this one, trying to go left side of the net. Just went a little wide, striking the end boards. Recollected. Looks to be Fussy. She'll give it off to the point. Cutting in. Truder. She'll get off to Glover. They'll slow things back down. Glover fires this one. Once again, put down by some other bodies up in front of the net. We'll regain possession down below.
Interesting note for Miami. The last 4 penalties in a row have all gone against the Redhawks, and really it's caused them a lot of problems.
It has. This shot went off the corner. Took a weird bounce, went all the way down out of the zone. Free breakout for Miami. However, here comes Bradford. Bradford tries to take a rip right in the shin guards of Heining. This puck's put back down to the ice. We slow down. Back to the point. Spanier fires this one. After Glenn took a rip. Spanier once again looks for a fake shot. That time unsuccessful. Just bounces over Carl's stick. We're down to 6 minutes here in the second period. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Glenn, D to D they work. Spanier gives it down below. We'll turn back to 5-on-5 even straight. This one shot by Glenn off the crossbar, back down, not across the red line. And a good look by her. What a shot.
That is as close as you can get without going in. It might have hit the corner where the crossbar and the post meet.
LeBar gets knocked off the puck. This one connects up. Backhanded pass, left pad. What a save there by Gonzalez. Still loose. She's on her tail. What a save, Wex.
My goodness gracious. Gonzalez is on her back catching her breath. About 5 saves in a row where she laid it all out on the line. Made a kick save, a hand save, put her body in front, and she is falling over from exhaustion.
And some frustration there from Battle. She'll go to the box for 2 minutes. I'm not sure the exact call just yet, but I saw her put her hands up high.
And just keep in mind, the last time these two sides met, it was an 11-1 victory for Liberty. And through 35 minutes, it's 1-0. A stark contrast between those two games. And that really goes to show you, not only is Miami getting lucky, but they're hanging with them. They're doing everything they can defensively, although if this were a video game, I think pretty much everybody on the Miami penalty kill lines would have that little low stamina Gatorade symbol next to their faces.
Especially Maya Gonzalez, as she's going to get some more excitement here. This will be Fussy. Fussy fakes in, goes past the net. Didn't really give it a chance there.
Gonzalez decided to go all in on that shot with the puck handler instead of covering the backdoor tap in.
Schwarzer, there's a stop at the end. She'll regain possession and give it off. Holding now Benson. Benson just floats this one with her backhand, so we'll go all the way around the corner, meaning that stretch. She'll shoot this one away from danger for the time being. Miami's going to reset here in the neutral zone and start to break back in. Passing back and forth. Oaks controls this with her forehand. She'll rim it around. Down to just a minute on the power play, as they'll now start to work. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the period. As it's slowed down below. Miami, pass back and forth, loose in the back door. Just misses the stick of Heinig. And all the way around. You can definitely tell Maya Gonzalez is tired, as she did not even make an attempt to come out of net and help play it.
She's resting her back against the crossbar, just catching her breath still. Not even flinching when the puck comes near her right now.
And where that penalty was drawn, I still cannot believe that puck did not strike anywhere past the red line. That was crazy how she made that save. And she really helped her team again. Down to 15 seconds on the power play. Schwarzer drives in the far side. It's stolen away from her, and it cleared back down. We're going to have a delayed penalty once again. Cross-checking is going to go against the Flames, so after 5 seconds of a 5-on-3, we'll return to a 5-on-4 power play for Miami. And officials discussing. We'll see if there's a different extent. Looks like just a cross-check. Should just be 2 minutes. Not really sure what's going on out there right now, but I guess both teams think about what they're going to do here. Well, Red Hawks at least make their way out to that circle. Once again, it's going to be in that creepy Zamboni corner.
Well, after having 4 straight power plays, the Liberty Flames finally get 2 called back on them. And Miami really could use this time to let Gonzalez breathe and put some pressure on Liberty for a change.
This one a one-timer. Goes just wide off the deflection. That came off of, I believe, Oliver's stick. Here comes Duffy now. Fussy, rather, pardon me. LeBar will scoops up. She'll have lots of room, and she'll connect. It'll be a 2-on-1 the other way. Just misses top Betty's stick. She'll get pushed along the glass.
Looked like Stephanie Smith of Miami had trouble getting back onto the bench after that errant pass. And now Cogswell again having trouble with her ankle. We saw her get hit by a puck early on and struggle off the ice after an extended penalty kill.
And it might be her blade. It looks like she's just trying to get some ice off of there. Schwarzer controls the puck down below. She'll get put down to a knee. This will be Glynn. She tried to clear that out of the zone. It was stopped by the stick of an opponent. Down to just a minute here on the Red Hawks power play. And again, West still have not set anything up in the offensive zone. That's been successful.
Liberty really disrupting the timing for Miami.
A one-time shot. It came from Benson. And here goes a 2-on-2 the other way. Spanier, look for the backdoor pass. Just missing the stick of Adamek. And Wex, very, very aggressive by Liberty. They've had a few rushes the other way.
And with how tired the Red Hawks skaters must be, I don't think it's even that bad of a strategy.
Yeah, I like the way they're thinking as well. So be carried in. Cogswell fires this one on net, saved away by Story. Crashing down. Appeared to be Pebbles. This puck rims back, just past the Miami Red Hawk bench. As we return back to 5-on-5 even strength. It just bounces over Fussy Sick. She'll battle here for a moment. Cogswell takes a rip at this one. Gets deflected away, no icing to call. As it frees back, here comes Fussy. One-on-one, and are we going to get another penalty? Well, how about it? As I don't know what happened, but
Sydney Schuyler is slow to get over to the bench and even needs assistance. That's Amanda Simone helping her back to the boards.
And we're going to see a hook here. Another penalty going against the Flames. And things are going the right way for the Red Hawks, but they're really just not taking advantage.
And I'll tell you what, this is best case scenario for Maya Gonzalez. Even if they don't score on a power play, she is enjoying every bit of that 2 minutes where the puck is 200 feet away from her.
And you can at least imagine this last minute. She probably won't see too much action. She'll have a full 15 minutes to rest between and hopefully be rest up for the third period. This one a one-timer. It ends up in the shin guards. And it makes its way back down to the neutral zone. Benjamin, she'll control on the forehand. The Red Hawks just passing back and forth. We talked about this earlier today, Wex. Red Hawks are doing a lot of messing around with the puck at the blue line. And here comes the other way. Bradford off a turnover. Bradford shoots this one. Belly down as she crashes into Gonzalez. And just 33.4 to go in the period. And again, Gonzalez takes another one to the chest, and she just looks drained.
Absolutely. There were times where she barely moved a muscle. And for that shot, she just stood in one place and tried to take up as much space as she could. She clearly doesn't have as much energy left as Story on the far side of the rink and her counterpart.
And we keep mentioning that, but that's such a big factor with the goaltender of the Miami Red Hawks. Definitely in discomfort of some sort. We're not really sure what the exact diagnosis is, but
you almost wonder when the dam's going to break at this point.
Something just does not seem right down there.
All credit, though, to Gonzalez in the cage.
She's battling. If this puck frees up, Glover tries to take this away. Instead, Benson moves the other way. Benson tore down to the ice. Just 6 seconds to go. Schwarzer's going to skate down. She's got 4 seconds. Schwarzer tees one up. This one goes off the pad and saved away by Story. Not once, but twice here at the end of the second frame. And finally have a different score after a new period. 1-0 in favor of the Flames. And Wex, it's been all Flames all game long.
Goose, I got to say, I am shocked that it is still a 1-0 game, in part due to the Red Hawks' determination and effort, and in the other part, the skill and speed of the Liberty Flames on the other side of the ice. Really just would not have expected this. We were more expecting that 11-1 score line that we saw early in the year.
I mean, the way that this game's gone, you could totally see 11-1 being the score at the moment, but the Red Hawks are fighting and battling right now. And they've got 15 more minutes to see if they can climb back in this. All they need is one to at least tie it up and possibly send it to overtime. Until then, we'll take a quick break here, and we'll join you back for period number 3. Andrew Gus joined alongside Sam Wexler for period number 3. Wex, it's been a long day. We've been here since 9 a.m. We've seen a lot of hockey. This is our final 20 minutes, so we'll see what the Red Hawks and Flames will give us. Still 56 seconds. The Red Hawks start out with a power play. They'll win this draw. Oaks, first one to take it.
You know, Goose, if we have this period go long, we will have done a second 12-hour day in a row.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Swinging back in their own end to start will be Cogswell. She'll give it off to her D partner. It's going to be Benson. Benson flings it back around. That's stolen away. Still a lot of water down there on the ice. This will just be fired in by Carl. Scooped up.
A little bit surprising that it hasn't frozen over solid because the problem last night was that it got so cold up here it dropped 10 degrees in one period.
Well, I think the reason for that, I think they're just trying to get as wet as possible and have as much water just to help the ice reheal. Just a possibility. Some scooped up. Pass just bouncing over some sticks. Will end up in the far side corner. First one to have is Labar. She'll get pinned up along the glass. A swarm of red and white over there. Both sides looking for it. We are back to 5-on-5 even strength. Yeah, this is stolen away. Here comes Bradford. Bradford in the forehand. She'll just rim it in deep. And her team's going to get to work on forecheck. Quickly stolen away, and here comes Schuler the other way for the Red Hawks. She'll keep fighting for it. Takes a bad turn, not in her direction. Gaining possession's Liberty. Pass. Trying to go to the far side. Just missed. And no icing is going to be the call. It looked like someone must have got the end of their stick on it. Schuler still battling for it. Here comes a one-on-one if she can keep going. She looks like she's almost out of gas. She looks pretty tired. This pass, a little off target. Liberty's going to go back in their own end with 17:54 to go in the last frame. Icing, they're going to all be trapped out there. No one can change.
Shots on goal in that second period, 22-6.
Unbelievable, Wax.
And although that's what we expected after watching it and getting the report afterward, but just an astounding number that in a quarterfinal game in the national championship tournament, there's that big of a disparity between the haves and the have-nots.
And that's 36 saves that Gonzalez has had. Again, we know she's definitely not at her full strength right now, but she's battling, and the rest of her team's going to try to do the same thing. This is scooped up by Talby. Centering pass to Schwarzer. She'll fire this one right to the bread basket. Looked like she was trying to go 5-hole. And seeing that the whole way was Amanda Story. The referee's going to bend over. She'll toss down the frozen biscuit. It frees up loose. And the first one, there's Cogswell. She'll send this one towards the net. And what a save there. Story. I thought that one almost went in the back door.
Everybody in this building was expecting a second chance opportunity or at least a rebound to become visible.
And Story snatched up with a glove and said, "Not today, Red Hawks. Not today." Will be picked up in her own end by Oaks. Oaks gives it up the wing. She'll connect up to Bradford. Bradford carries it in. She'll just flutter one. That's covered right up by Mike Gonzalez. This face-off will take place to the right of Maya Gonzalez in her cage. It'll be the stick side. Biscuits drop back down, and Liberty wins it. I'm not sure the face-off numbers, but Liberty's won quite a few face-offs, and just like that, nearly another goal by Liberty. But what a save from Maya Gonzalez.
That is remarkable. Another 5-alarm save by Gonzalez. She went down in the splits, and it looked like she had both posts covered all at the same time and held her foot right up against the iron and preventing the puck from squeaking through, which it looked like it was home free.
And Wes, actually, that's unbelievable that happened there. She went post to post and completely sprawled out and made the stop. It's just impressive. Every save she's made, just knowing how tired she is, I just give much more respect. This will be Smith in the far corner. She'll dig for it. She'll take a whack at this one. It's stopped at the point. Glenn fires this one. Another save as this one's rebounded to the corner.
Looks like the Liberty side is getting just a little bit gassed as well.
Carl, she'll take a rip. Rather, she'll make a pass over. Glenn takes the rip. The shot just misses Smith's stick on the ice. Drop pass. Glenn receives it again.
Big pushing and shoving
right.
Big pushing and shoving right in front of the cage. There's 2 or 3 different skaters.
2 players down. And Wex, we're 5-on-5, but it seems like Liberty's on a power play right now, the way they're working the puck around the zone.
They're holding the Redhawks' feet to the fire, and now we've got a delayed call.
How about that? There is a delayed call, so they will be on a power play in a moment. For the time being, they'll still work the puck around the zone.
Empty net for Liberty, 6-on-5.
Glover fires this one towards the net. Stopped up at the point by Truder. Truder gives it off to Carl. Just holds the line. Glover fires another one. This one deflected back into the corner.
Liberty might do well to hold on to the puck and exit the zone briefly.
Adamick gives it off. Carl moves it right back. This will be stretch. Stretch down below. 6-on-4 for the moment. 5-on-4 rather. No, 6-on-5, excuse me.
It's been a long day, Goose. I don't blame you.
And they'll still work the puck down below. They're doing a great job with puck control. That was nearly 45 seconds, I believe, that a delayed penalty was there. And now they will be, quote-unquote, legally up a man.
Anytime you can add almost a minute to a power play artificially like that, it's going to make the opponents think twice about going into a challenge and getting a delayed call blown on them. Because if they do make a mistake, they could be out there and hung out to dry.
And this 2-minute minor is going to go against the captain of the Miami Redhawks, Oliver. Puck quickly put on net. Gonzalez makes the stop. And we'll reset down here to the right. Slashing's the official call in the books. The first penalty here in the third period. I'm not counting the one that carried over from the last frame.
Riley Oliver, the offending party on Miami.
The Flames will reset in their own end. Fussy, she'll hold on to it for a moment. Fussy wheels right in front of the Red Hawk bench. She'll dangle in. Fussy fires this one off the glove. What a save there again by Gonzalez. The rebound makes its way down to the corner, and there's 4 Flames down there. They'll regain possession, hold on to it for a moment. A little pass behind the net. Fussy gives it up to the top. Glover, she'll rep one. This one's deflected high and just wide to the right. A little off target of that cage.
Good job by the Redhawks retaining their shape and spacing on this penalty kill, not getting dragged too far out every single time a pass is made to the corner.
This one goes just wide to the right. Scooped up by Simone. She'll shoot it all the way down. That'll go on net. Should register for a shot. And just a minute to go here. Left on that power play. The Flames will scoop it up behind their own cage. Quickly moving. Spanier. She'll go all the way around. Looking for options. Still scanning. She'll give it off. This one to Glenn. She'll look to the backside. Nobody there. Bangs off the end board. Back to the point. Here's Glenn. She'll hold on to it. Spanier. Far side. Tic-tac. They'll shoot this one. It just deflects off in the trees in the way there.
I think Gonzalez got jabbed by a wild stick in part of the melee.
Spanier looking for options. Backdoor. A one-time opportunity. Carl just whiffed on it. A little bit too much mustard on the pass. Just 5 seconds to go on the power play as it's cleared out of the zone. Here we go, one-on-one. Laskionis had that strip from her. And this will connect right to Fussy in front of us. Fussy fakes in. She'll go in a 2-on-2. Backhanded pass. This one, Glenn fired and saved away.
Looks like Gonzalez reached out and pushed a white sweater away from her.
That was Glenn. It looked like after her shot, she went all the way and poked the goaltender. And
with this kind of effort, I think Gonzalez has earned the ability to protect her crease as she sees fit.
And they're going to go back to the bench and talk to her for a moment, but everyone in this arena knows what Gonzalez is going through right now. And extra push and shove here and there really is just going to make matters worse. They'll win this. However, it's tipped away. It'll go all the way down. Just 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go, or 5-on-5 action. The Flames scoop it up. Just past the kicking leg of Benjamin. She just missed the puck. Hayward rims it around. Fussy holds on to it for a moment. She'll fire this one, a weird angle, and a nice save there by Gonzalez, doing a little windmill. And Wex, we don't know the shots for the third period yet, but I mean, it's got to be at least 45 in the day so far that Gonzalez has faced.
Yeah, 15 in the first, 22 in the second.
And her team's only shot probably about 12 times or so on Amanda Story down to our left. Still 1-0 to score. Flames and Redhawks, third period. The winner will move on to tomorrow to the Final Four, and the loser will go home as this quarterfinal game will be their last of the season. Digging towards the net. Butterfly action there, making the stop. Maya Gonzalez, she was sprawled out. That shot came from Jedrick.
Gonzalez jutted out her left leg to the near side again and kicked it back to her own glove hand and was able to make the save and freeze the puck that way.
12-17 still remaining. Up on that big board to the left.
And for those of you that haven't watched every single play in this game and have tuned in part of the way through, Gonzalez has been standing on her head not only in the number of shots, but also with the abuse and the contact that she's endured. She's had her leg sat on a couple times and has had to take a few blows where she was sprawled out on all fours and then belly flopping around outside the crease and on her back inside the crease.
Yeah, she's been going through the gauntlet today, but she's made it this far. She's got a little bit longer left, and her team still down 1-0. Liberty's just been absolutely dominating this game so far in nearly every department. As they'll win yet another face-off. This will be Glenn. Her forehand, she'll put it up the wall. This will be slowed down. Just in front. Well, this one's fired on net from a pretty far distance away. And just covered right up by the glove with Story. She caught it like a first baseman in baseball. Made the stretch.
Speaking of baseball, Goose, a lot of sporting events going on tonight, not just the ACHA National Championship Tournament. The March Madness going on. You've always got the NHL and the NBA, the World Baseball Classic happening as well.
I think there's soccer going on, too. Probably wrestling, too. I'm not a huge wrestling guy, but there's always wrestling or fitting of some sort, I feel like.
One of those AEW or WWE matches.
Especially Saturdays. Saturday fight night. 11:47. We'll go back to neutral ice. Right here at the center dot. That puck deflected out of play. This puck will be won by the Redhawks. LeBar. Pebbles get put up against the wall. She get pressed for a moment. This puck flutters all the way down. It will end up in the Liberty end zone. They'll hold on to it for a moment. Pebbles gives it up the wing. Nobody there. And nobody in the call. I'm not really sure why, but we'll keep playing on. Back in the neutral zone will be Ziefel. We'll move it up as it's shot back in deep. The Redhawks will try to scoop it up. Quickly stolen away by Liberty. This one shot by Glover. Looked like he got off the left pad. What a save again. What a shot by Glover, too. In a weird angle, she was able to get that on net. This puck goes off the glass a little high and wide. Call receives the pass. Show up a one-timer. This goes off the skate. It bounces just wide off the deflection. Scooped up and shot off the wall. It should be a Miami Redhawk icing. And just like that, we'll hear the whistle. And 10:24. We'll go back to the Miami Redhawk end zone. This puck will be one-time shot off of Oaks' twig. We'll just go a little wide of target as this passes. Oaks will be the first one there. Oaks gives it up to Stretch. Stretch fires it in deep, and her team's going to go on the attack. Chasing with a few Red Hawks as this escapes past all the way down. Icing again for the Red Hawks. And again, Wex, if they're going to want to find a way to get back in this game and tie it up at 1, they're at least going to have to skate past the red line and dump it. And they're going to have to at least get some more shots on net, because right now what they're doing is just not going to help them win this game.
And not to mention the tired legs after an icing call.
Yeah, they're still out there, the same ones. And the Miami Redhawks shifts just seem to be getting longer and longer for them. They're going to have to battle in here for the next 10 minutes. This is slow down. We'll go all the way across. Oaks just gave up on it. Taylor, she'll chase for a moment. That Schwarzer, she'll get high up. A backhanded shot. This one scooped up. And that right there is the kind of rush that the Red Hawks are going to need. And they're going to have to go in there, and they're going to have to put more shots on net. But before that happens, we'll take a quick media timeout and rejoin you for the last 9:39 here on Hockey TV by Flow Sports. Liberty's going to win this immediately. Back in their own end. Oaks takes possession. She'll send one flying far side. Big collision on the play. Battles receive the pass and knocked over Red Hawk all at the same time. However, the puck ended up back in her team's end zone. Oaks will control. And this puck now scooped up by Laconis. And shot on net. Save made by Story once again. The Red Hawks win this. The first one there will be Oliver, the captain. She'll send this one. Loose up in front. Second chance. This one's sticked away by Heineck. Once again, Oliver takes possession. She'll get torn down. She'll go down with a defender. As now Heineck takes the puck away. Stephanie Smith. She'll send a pass towards the front of the cage. Quickly taken away. This will be Fussy. A 3-on-2 the other way. Fussy. Scanning for options. She'll go to the front. Glynn trying to find a second chance opportunity. Gonzalez made the initial save and the second save as Glynn went diving for the back door on a forehand shot. That was gloved away. Still 8:34 remaining. And this will be down in that creepy Zamboni corner. This will be won by the Redhawks. Immediately shot on net. A loose twig on the floor. And Gonzalez saw this saucing pass right towards her. Just gloved it down. Another rebound. This one loose behind the cage. Scoop up by Zeifele. She tried to get that there. Once again, iced down by Benson. Went off a twig. No icing is going to be the call. This is stolen away. Fussy. Just about to hit the deck. She does. Three players all collide down to the ice. Two Red Hawks and Flame. Everyone's back on their legs now. This will be held on to for the moment by Peebles. Now this one shot. The right pad comes in clutch for Gonzalez. She made the stop there. The rebound got shot all the way off the boards, and a Miami Red Hawk icing. And you can tell the frustration of the players and coach, and they're asking, what are we doing? Still 7:34. Still here to go in the frame. I'll be the whole game. Already that we'll be seeing tomorrow. The Midland Warriors will move on. The McKendree Bearcats. And last but not least will be the Minot State Beavers. So whichever team wins this game will move on to the Final Four to join those three. This puck deflects off the official's foot and will be dumped back in. I'll tell you what, these officials today have been taking a beating as well. We saw one of the linesmen earlier, he kept falling down.
Well, yesterday it was us. Yesterday it was us taking a beating. We got hit with a puck, and then our cameraman took a stick to the face and the camera.
And too many is going to go against the Flames. A good bounce is going to go here for the Miami Redhawks. Yeah, Wex, we caught a puck up here in the first game. In the second game, a stick went fluttering towards us. Really haven't seen that before, but we play on. We're expecting a skate or a helmet. Something else crazy, but never came, so just fine with that. And the Red Hawks going to have a 2-minute power play. 6:55 left to go in the game. And quickly, Liberty will win this off the draw. As it's thrown down back in the corner. LeBar, she'll work with it. She'll give it up at the point. To be Benjamin. Benjamin gives it off. A backhand pass. Backdoor score! Miami Red Hawks! What about that? A power play goal. Ties it up at 1. And it looked to be LeBar who was sitting backdoor and stuffed it wide in.
A stunning turn of events. Goose, we've been waiting for the dam to break and for the floodgates to open on the Liberty scoring. And instead it's the Redhawks clawing their way back and putting a goal up on the board in the waning moments of regulation.
And Liberty knows they've just absolutely dominated this whole game too. And look over that bench. Absolute defeat. And the Redhawks now all on their feet. You saw Maya Gonzalez sprint to the bench and help celebrate with her team. 1-1, 6:34 here to go. We've got a game. The Redhawks take this. This will connect up the wing. And it goes over to Skyler. And her shot just went, it was saved right up. As Amanda Story finally got beat, splattering her shutout.
This is a gutsy performance right now from Miami. Obviously, Liberty, the odds-on favorite to win. They've won the last several national championships.
Absolutely. And the number 1 seed against the number 10 seed, rather. However, the story takes a turn. This will be Oaks controlling the puck off the draw. And the Redhawks just seem to have a lot more momentum now. And tripped up down below. The arm flies up. A penalty now. Heinig got tripped up in the corner, and we're going to have another Redhawk power play.
Again, Liberty not doing themselves any favors. And look at the energy on Maya Gonzalez.
Yeah, she looks loaded up now.
Charging over toward the bench to try and help get that extra skater on. Trying to help her own cause indirectly.
The official drops the puck. It'll be one back. Glynn, she'll take it. This is thrown up to Fussy. A 1-on-2. Fussy wheels to the outside wide right. She'll go crashing into the boards. The net, rather, and she looks like she's in some pain. She's up to her feet. Maya Gonzalez got crashed into as well as the net. And Fussy coming with some real speed. We're going to see a Miami Redhawk trip now. This is going to go... Looks like Benson, and she's going to sit in there. And as the Redhawks were gifted another penalty, they'll be spoiled right away. You see Green 6 minutes up there, 2 minutes for the Miami Redhawks on the right. And 147 still up there on the left for Liberty.
And you have to think a 4-on-4 situation favors Liberty
100%.
Because they've got fresher legs. They've been the ones on the attack and facing forward, whereas Miami have been on their heels.
Carl's going to have to go back out there. She wanted on the bench. Excuse me. And the officials say no thanks, and we'll reset down there in the far right corner. This puck won. Backdoor pass wide open. This one shot. It's sprawling there. Gonzalez missed the save. She's still on her tail. And the official blew it dead. It looks like the post must have come off once again. Trouble brewing down there in the Miami Redhawk end zone. Liberty coaches obviously asking why they blow the whistle. Official simply said, the net came off the post. Have to blow it dead. Well, we'll reset again. The other corner. This one's going to be one back by Miami. Taking control, Hayward. She'll move it up. So we pause here for a moment. 2 jerseys of each color. Bradford on the forehand. Bradford tries to go left side. It goes just wide, hitting the end boards. This puck's now frozen. Just for a moment. We'll say it's thawed out back into play. Down to 1:06 till we return to a 5-on-4 power play in favor of Liberty. This will connect up. We'll play on with 4-on-4 for the time being. Simone, she'll cut to the middle. On the forehand. She's got 3 attackers on her, and there's nothing she can do about it. Glenn carries it up the wing. A Red Hawk flies out of the ice. And surprised there's no call there.
Schroeder was without a twig.
It looked like he definitely could have been interference. This one fired off the wall. It should make its way out of the zone. And Schwarzer will chase. And just 28 seconds to go on the first. Schwarzer's pressure in the far corner. Will free up back to the point. This will be Laconis. Laconis on the forehand. She'll dig down below. Trying to put this in the front. Near the slot. Taken away. Here comes Glover. Glover up the wing. She's at the top of the circle. Now down to the bottom. She'll work with the puck. A few players from either side. The player returns back to the ice. Oaks, that is. Just 8 seconds till we're back to 5-on-5 even strength. Still battling down below. The officials are going to blow it dead. A frozen puck. 4:02 on the board. 2 seconds to go on the penalty.
And look at this. All the skaters on the ice for Miami coming up and offering some words of encouragement to Gonzalez, who has still done the best she can. Miami's coming off 2 games in 2 days. The first round and the consolation losers bracket games yesterday, which just adds to the drama and the storyline in this contest.
This will be dropped here in neutral zone as it just goes past Peebles for just a moment. Miami returns. We're back to 5-on-5. Just under 4 minutes here to go in the third. We're tied 1-1 between the Liberty Flames and the Miami Redhawks. We'll play on this one, trying to go back door. Glenn, she'll take a one-time shot. This one goes wide. As the drama continues, this one's shot towards the net. Gonzalez makes yet another save. A weird bounce in that Zamboni corner. We could have expected that. A few players tripping, and this one's going to go against the Redhawks. Benjamin's going to go in for 2 minutes. I believe tripping will be the call. And we'll see what they say. Nope, it'll be Oliver.
3 inches to go. You wonder if Liberty takes a timeout just to try and push this thing over the finish line and get another goal.
And they're going to take a timeout right here and discuss their options. You know for a fact they're going to try to draw something up. But they do not want to go to overtime. They know they've worked very hard this whole game and just completely dominated in the shot department. And I'm pretty sure the face-off department as well. They've just been all over the puck. The Redhawks are going to see if they can fend this off and get back to even strength for the last minute 30. With a timeout, we'll take a quick timeout here and rejoin you for the last 3 minutes and 29 seconds. You hear jump around playing up there on the loudspeaker. And you can see the Miami bench starting to buzz a little bit. All of the Liberty Flames on the bench are all sitting still. All seated. Nice, proper, and prim. Hockey style. Hand on knee, hand on stick. We'll start here. This one goes backdoor. Trying to find Bradford. She'll whiff on the one-timer. And the Redhawks clear out of the zone. They'll send 2 to chase. A risky play down a man as it frees all the way up. This will be Adamek. She'll get pushed off the puck at the blue line. And Fussy's going to regroup. Just a minute 30 to go on the power play. Fussy does a Gretzky curl. She'll stop at the top of the circle. She'll still scan for options.
Another collision right in front of the crease. It was Miami's Bailey Lurkey going down and sliding around after some contact.
You got 4 white jerseys of Liberty bodies down below. A pass to the point just completely slips out of the zone. Just down to a minute 5. She'll go on the power play. Glover, she'll come in. This one off the blocker. Quite a save. The Redhawks still trying to clear the zone and end this penalty if they can. And there with the help of Fussy, she puts it out of her own zone. Sweet Glenn, she'll hold on to it. She'll give it off to Carl. Carl connects up to Fussy. Fussy will move on the forehand. She's at the top of the circle. Fussy's going to hold on to it. Looking for a proper play. She'll cut towards the middle. Fussy tries to fire this one short side. And it looked like the net came off again. Some bodies colliding in front of the net. 35 seconds to go on the power play for Liberty. And just 2:04 remaining up on the big board. This will be dropped in 1. Liberty, Glenn takes this one. She'll fire this one. It's like just past the glove of Maya Gonzalez, a little wide. Controlling. The Flames. This one fired and scored! Spanier. Quite a shot there on the power play, scanning for options, and she took that one and went just under the blocker and just over the left pad. There's officials discussing about it. The Redhawks bench seems very upset about what happened, and I think they're going to call it a goal. The officials asking for who had the assist there.
Brianna Spaniard with that goal. She had 13 in the regular season, 21 points overall, 5th most for Liberty. And that is as crucial of a goal as it gets in the final 90 seconds or so of this game, when you desperately need a goal to try and push your team over the edge in a game that you are absolutely expected to win. And now some more frustration from the Red Hawk bench.
Non-stop, very upset. And coach is going to call a timeout. And likely with a minute 49 on the board, we're going to see the Red Hawks pull Gonzalez and send on an extra attacker. And with that timeout, we'll take another timeout here and join you back for the last minute 49 as the drama will just keep on brewing. The stage is set for the last minute 48. The Red Hawks will win the draw to face off. Bodies collide down just below us. So go all the way back. Oak scoops it up back in the Liberty zone. Definitely a lot more intensity and pace from both sides. This one's going to be carried up the wing. Fussy, chuck out towards the middle. Fussy, another one, shot, scored! Britton Fussy, I believe her second of the game. I take that back. And her sister Brielle Fussy. Now they both have one. And their team up above 3-1.
Back-to-back goals in the final 2 minutes of the contest. We said it before, we said it in the first period, we expected the waterfall to start flowing. And it took 58 minutes for us to see the goals at the rate we were expecting.
And Wex, you can't tell, but the Miami Redhawks right now are just absolutely doomed at the last 45 seconds of this game that just occurred. They've given up 2 more goals. But Liberty's really just set it up there, and those last 2 goals really just came from good looks there and screens in front. We only have a minute 6 to go. And we're going to see, it looks like Gonzalez is going to start heading over to the bench now, and that might be it for her.
Well, if there was ever a time where a goalie that gets pulled deserves a rest, it is right here and right now. Yes, Gonzalez, she has earned that spot on the bench right now to catch her breath, doing everything she possibly can.
And she's been battling the whole day. And the Red Hawks are going to have a 6-on-5 here for the last minute 6. And we'll see if they can dig out 2 more goals. It's been done before. As this puck frees up from the point, it'll be shot down. Liberty's able to clear it out. A 1-on-1 foot race. It's going to be Battles. Battles fires this one off the post. No goal!
Talk about puck luck. This thing is still in play.
Another chance off of a shin guard. And Oaks is going to have to retreat back to her own end with just 42 seconds to go. Glenn looks for a centering pass there. Stolen away in neutral ice. This will be possessed by Lurkey. Given off to Benson. Benson fires this one. This one goes just a little too high of target. Controlled by LeBar. She'll be pressed up against the glass with just 20 seconds to go. Still ticking. Liberty tries to clear out of the zone. Still pressed up down. Just 10 seconds. Oaks holds on to it. She'll send it all the way around. Bradford right back in the corner. And Glenn's just going to push it up against the glass. And let the buzzer sound. Ending the game here at 3-1. Liberty Flames over the Miami Redhawks. Wex, what a game.
Not just a noteworthy performance. I think it's fair to call that, as far as the women's D1 quarterfinals go, an historic performance from Gonzalez in a losing effort. A valiant try, really going out on her shield as a complete warrior. And you can see just how many players are on the ice shaking her hand and thanking her for her efforts. Maya Gonzalez kept Miami in this game the entire time until the moment she was pulled.
You're absolutely right about that, Wex. She saw so many shots.
Through all the power plays, through all the shorthanded efforts.
And you can see the upset in her face, but I mean, without her today in net, it could have totally been another 11-1 game for sure, Wex.
What a way to cap off the night and wrap up the quarterfinals.
And Liberty will move on to the Final Four. And they're going to hope to move on after that to the National Championship and possibly go on and win that as well, as they've had success in the past. So they're going to look to continue that. They've been here before, and they know what it takes to win. Well, quite a game and quite a day. We've seen lots of games today, 4 to be exact. A lot of fun today, Wex. We've had a great time. Matt Ives in the camera as well. We've had a great crew here for you today, and we appreciate you staying in and watching, tuning in. 3-1 again, the final. And we'll say so long and good night. So Andrew Gus and Sam Wexler, along with Matt Ives from Hockey TV by Flow Sports at the New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. We thank you and have a great night.